Good evening. My name is Melumax Sandy Sontlego. I am God. Well, the role I did was an actor, of course, which is me, but I was playing Ox.
So my name is Lungelo Kambule. I played Olivia.
And the script. So what got me interested, or what were my preparations for the role? I had to go through the script, examine it. That's what I do most of the time. Go through it bit by bit.
I'll say I read the script and I analyzed it and I understood my character, what she needs to be and how she needs to act.
Hi, my name is Leonardo Neo Mokoena. I'm the director of INFANTICIDE. So how I went about preparing for this role is that I literally just got myself to get informed about this kind of world that I'm going to, because it is literally my first time telling a thriller film. I was not quite even sure how I'm going to go about it, but having to think about all the projects that I did, I always had to challenge myself, and feel like it was more about getting myself into this world that I've never been in. So that's the thing, yeah.
How I prepared for the script was, as soon as I got the script, had a talk with the director, went through the treatment, went through the shortlist, we exchanged ideas. I think it was more of connection. It was an instant thing where we kind of understood the story together, and I understood the story and on how he wanted to portray it.
I had to go through the script, examine it. That's what I do most of the time. Go through it bit by bit, line by line, word by word, so I get to understand the vision of the writer, and then which helps me understand better the vision of the director after that.
Well, it's all about fictional, it's nothing real. It's all about a town that thinks they don't need to have a whole lot of people in terms of population. So now they're bringing this kind of operation where any woman who's probably pregnant or has an infant kid that was just born, they need to be executed or examined, something like that. In terms of messages, it has to do with a whole lot of women. I'm a man who was literally raised by women. My grandmother, my mother, and my aunt, and I just grew up around a whole lot of little sisters. So I was kind of groomed into how probably women think and how probably women feel. So I like to base this message on women and how probably they're strong they are, and they kind of have to go through things that at some point don't make sense, like infanticide.
Basically, I had to go through the short list. I had to go through the script and make sure I understand what needs to be shot, what needs to happen throughout the day. And
I like working with hardworking people, and the crew have shown me that. So I think that's why I was yeah, let's go. And yeah, it's fun. These people are fun, guys. It's a really fun small crew. And yeah, it was quite enjoyable and having some funny and fun moments.
I just read the script because I got the role last night around 10. So at that time I was already on my bed. So I have this rule whereby I don't do anything after 10. But then overall, working with everyone has been an eye-opener, especially with the director.
Well, I've worked with the director before of this film, and he was very poetic in his writing and directing, which I loved. And yeah, it makes me jump whenever he wants to put something and offering to work with me. And yeah, it moves me.
And I understood my character, what she needs to be and how she needs to act. I hope I did what I was supposed to do, director.
He's a guy that I always hear about, that he's always doing passionate projects, and I want to get myself there, and I feel like today it has been that.
I once did film in my acting classes, but short clips. I never done a trailer. I was so excited when I read the script. I was ready.
Because from my conversations with the director, I learned what his visions were, And being in the space, being on set today, it was still the same thingy.
Like getting myself out there, like the way he does things, because I remember I had a friend who wants to work with him. The way she told me how they work together, like using the equipment they had, like a phone, which is crazy because like we as young filmmakers we think we need cameras, we think we need this expensive equipment, but him, he only used like a phone, which was very inspiring. And being here with him today was pretty also that, because I got to see him like work, how he visualized some other things, how he talked to actors. Yeah, I feel like it was a learning curve also working with him.
It's a thing of I want to learn more in terms of shooting thriller. I want to see how they execute it because it's very different and it's not like the other genres which are mostly basic to shoot.
I think from the beginning of the scene up until the end, everything was challenging, everything wanted you to think outside the box, be creative. Each shot had a purpose, you know. We were not just shooting, but we wanted to convey a message. And along with the director, I think we executed that perfectly.
Location, finding the place has to be one of the most challenging things because the original people that were actually supposed to be here, they're not here, and I just happen to have people who literally were patient enough to literally listen to probably my problems of finding this location, because we probably had the first place and that first place got flooded and now we had to go look on for the next place, and that kind of like delayed us in terms of production. So in terms of working with the crew and maybe I don't know, probably combining equipment and everything, all of those stuff, it was never a problem. The only thing that was a problem was the location. That was literally, I would say, one of the hardest things to ever accomplish on this film.
I feel like I had two favorite scenes. The first one was the extreme close-up in the eye, because it reminds me one of my favorite shots from Blade Runner 2049, which was shot by Roger Deakins, my favorite scene. And the second one is the death scene. Yeah, I know, ironic. But then I feel like death reminds us of what we have or of what we are here on this life. I feel like death is the only better thing than getting sick.
Yeah, my favorite scene. Damn, it's all my favorite scenes. Everything was my favorite scene because most of the time I was quiet and I had to play the moments, which is one thing I enjoy more when I'm acting, to just play the moments rather than anything else. But I loved dying. I loved it. It was nice. I died fine.
Crawling. Crawling was amazing. I never crawled before. I just picked it up. And I enjoyed it. And crazy my die heads.
I don't remember a moment where all the actors or maybe all the crew members gave maybe 50% of their efforts. I don't even remember myself doing that too. I think everybody gave 120 on every scene. So every scene is literally my favorite moment and favorite scene.
Yeah, my favorite scene was the bathroom scene, basically, where the characters were in the bathroom and she was trying to escape using the window and she couldn't. That was my favorite scene to shoot, basically.
Well, my favorite scene was obviously the blood scene, because I am the artist, you know, I like gruesome things, I guess. So yeah, it was, I think when there's blood, anywhere there's blood, that was my favorite.
Well, my crew members are amazing guys. I don't want to lie. I remember when I was struggling with finding the location, most of them, they just told me, keep your head up. You know what I mean? So those are like kind of the words. I know that I'm a motivated guy and hardworking, of course, but at some point you kind of want to hear people around you who you know that you guys are doing the same thing, you're on the same page. They're kind of like motivating you, like, yo, you gotta keep your head up. You're gonna make this project and it's gonna come to fruition. I feel like everybody is just great at what they do, and I probably must say that I have the best crew in the world. And thank you.